All right then. So at the address position, absolutely fine. A nice bit of lean behind the golf ball. Ball position is certainly full, which is great. So in a nice start position, okay. The problem we had, as we could see, if we use this line on here now, when you swung back, there was a lot of lateral movement, and in some ways sort of vertical movement. You were losing your height, dropping down, and from there, okay, it's just a tough. But the thing is, this is why I said, be reminded of it. Old habits die hard, don't they? Yeah. And I think for years we've been told, keep your head down. Keeping your head down is one thing we'll try and do, and it just puts you back in a very. You're trying to turn your shoulder with the back on an angle this way, okay? So if we can stay a little. Now, what I find on this one, it does stay on the green line as you get to about here. I think, to be fair, we can accept a little bit of movement there, because you just rotate it. Anyone's head's going to move. Your shoulders are moving around this way. So the fact we can stay, the fact we can stay there, that's absolutely fine. And a bit of movement there, at least we're staying on the grip. But look at your spine. Your spine's more vertical there, and the club's gone back further. It's a better movement altogether. You're more on top of the golf ball. So when you come back to the golf ball there, now you can return back to where you want to. Great strike of the golf ball, and then rotate through. You're not rotating through off that green line, whereas this one, and, and that's where your balance is going to be lost. Your head's going up, down, side, side, all these different positions. So how are we going to be consistent? Consistency is going to come from minimal variables. If I said, okay, right, again, hammer and nail example again. If I bend my elbow here now with a hammer and do that, that's going to be a very consistent move over and over again. Yes, there'll be still some times I mishit the hammer on the nail, but I'm going to be a pretty repeatable move there. If I did that 50 times, I'm going to get pretty good. If I had to move my elbow off the leg and try and you might get more physical power into the hit, but it's all over the place in terms of contact. And we saw with your 3-wood especially, the really good contacts, they were going about 180 and higher, because you're getting a much better contact, more speed, more power, more spin, more height, all the things we're looking for in the shots and stuff. So try to get yourself in a position where, certainly in the backswing, we're trying to stay taller, and the more upright your spine is, the easier it's going to be for you to turn. You bend down here, no matter how flexible you are or aren't, you ain't going to turn. You're going to be so stuck in that position, you're like, I can't actually move. Okay? So try and stay taller. Then I would say, in terms of your practice, as we said, if you use 75 golf balls, first dozen or so warm-ups, and the next 30, 40 or so, maybe 50, you then go through a sort of different clubs in the bag, maybe 10 balls per wedges, 10 balls per short irons, 10 balls per long irons, 10 balls per hybrid / woods, and 10 drivers. That kind of sort of repetition. And always try and go to targets. Then the last dozen golf balls actually finish and do what we just did there. And in some ways, make up some fun holes. Challenge yourself. I used to go all the time. So there's a little, the black and white stick, and then you can sort of see there's a little pond, or like basically a puddle actually, to the right hand side. It actually sort of starts where, in our line here, over this red bucket, okay, so where the red flag is, and it's about, I don't know, 10 foot from the flag. So I play shots of that and go, okay, right, can I try and get it on that mound basically where that flag is, but not go in the water? And how many shots in a row can I get? And then start off by saying, okay, right, I'm going to hit the green, then try and get them between the right edge of the flag and up. So really challenge yourself, and then try and shape it, and all these different shots, and again, make practice fun.
Absolutely.
Create some imagination, create some sort of ideas, rather than just like ball hit.
Well, that's what
it kind of gets like caveman. I see ball, I have club, I whack ball, I hit ball.
That's how I play golf.
And that's exactly. But we saw, I mean, as good as your wedges were, those last dozen shots of the wedges were really good. The one wedge shot that was terrible was the first swing you made after smashing a drive at 200 yards. But that's golf. And then how frustrated would you be if you pinged the drive 200 yards and you get the golf ball with a wedge 50 yards to go, oh great, that's a birdie, and you knock it across the back of the green. The sort of psyche of that's going to really knock you back 3 or 4 holes, isn't it? Because you're going to be like, I should have made a par there or a birdie. I ruined it. So try and get into that habit of just getting used to different clubs. So make a big difference. Okay, mate. Excellent.